It is a good Friday morning, the Group A. I get to fish first today. We're at Lake Travis for the Bass Pro Tour Stage 2. We've got another day today where it's a little misty rain, light showers off and on all day, warm, little breeze. It's perfect fishing weather. Looking forward to getting out there. Got a couple different patterns. I got the Livingston Jerkmaster Junior and the Jerkmaster 121C. Two different jerk baits, a big one and a small one, and then the Yamamoto Cinco. This is a stingy lake when it comes to size. We got a 1 pound, 8 ounce size minimum today.
Together for Randy Howe.
Got the GoPro running on the yellow tech, recording all day. Hopefully we'll get some good catches. We'll get way up that score tracker. Might even get on live today if I catch them good. So stay tuned. We'll see you on the water. God bless. Had a little delay in takeoff because of the low light and the clouds, fog, and drizzle, but it's a fishy looking day on Lake Travis. It's hard not to go ahead and start with the jerk bait, but I caught so many right here the first morning. Lots of little fish that weren't quite keepers, but seen a lot on the active target here, so I'm going to see if we can get some of these to bite and see what they are. Then we'll make their move from there. So here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Line it.
The Jerkmaster Junior, the Livingston Jerkmaster Junior, that little bait right there is an awesome little jerk bait. If you haven't thrown this, it's a heavy little bait. It's got the shad, electronic bait fish shad sound in it. And it's a slow sinker, and it's an easy bait to cast, and it's got a really wide lip on it, so it gets down pretty deep. In this real clear water, I was getting it down there 7 or 8 feet deep on them little bluff walls and getting a lot of bites, and just, you know, unfortunately didn't get enough keepers that day, and that's what got me in the hole. We just stunk it up today, unfortunately. Today I caught a lot of fish, a lot. They were just under 1.5 pounds. I don't know why I couldn't get more big bites. Spin the deal all day, and yesterday in practice I had a pretty good day yesterday with the little Jerkmaster Junior right here. I lost that one good one that was 3.5, maybe 4 pounder this morning right over here on this bank, and I had one more right under the boat I saw get off that was probably 1.75 pounds. But overall it was a slow day. I couldn't get any of those big females to bite. They were up in those pockets. I didn't spend too much time doing it, but I did a little bit. Jerkbait pattern's good for getting bit. I just don't know what the deal is to get the size, so we'll have to regroup. Still not too far out. Got to catch some on Sunday, so it's a good thing. No limits in Major League Fishing. That's how you come back and have a good story, so we'll get them. Alright guys, it is the second day for us, and it is elimination day. This is the day we got to make the comeback. Well, we got to get a good start, hopefully catch some big ones today, move up, make that knockout round. So we're going to get after it hard, praying for a big bite early, starting in this little marina area, and going to throw that Livingston jerk bait a little bit, and maybe some top water, and see what happens.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lines in. £1 9 ounces.
Thank you, Lord. First keeper. So today, go back out, decided to go up the lake and kind of do something different, try. I went in an area that had some schooling fish in it in a marina, and man, I wish I'd have got in there earlier.
Thank you, Lord. 2 pounds, 12 ounces. I'm not bigger than that, dude. Yes, he does look bigger than that.
Got in there, I had the walking ball right here tied on. I caught a 1.75 pound one, and then I caught almost a 3 pounder on that. Man, they were busting. I was intense for about 15 or 20 minutes. I had enough 3-4 pounders around my boat to have blown the day out, and it was so frustrating because I wasn't prepared for it. I had 30 Daiwa rod and reels rigged up in that rod locker on my Triton, but I didn't have a real small. I needed a Walking Boss Junior tied on, and I needed a couple different just little finesse type baits, and man, I just didn't get it done while the opportunity was there.
Scales are good. £2, 13 ounces.
3-pounder. Yamamoto Cinco, baby. Cinco right there, boys.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Line's out.
Well, that was a pretty good little period. Just 2 pounds out of the cut right now, and they're sending the camera to me. That's always a good sign, but I still don't really know what I'm gonna do yet. I caught those couple schooling around out here this morning, and then that one on the almost 3-pounder on the wacky Cinco. My Elite Power Spin, Tattoola Elite Power Spin Daiwa rod, stiff rod. I'm using straight 20-pound Daiwa J-braid with that Cinco, so I don't break them off in those zebra muscles. So I'm gonna try that a little more because there were so many big ones schooling out here this morning. They have to have gone under these docks. I'm gonna try to play this out a little bit longer and see what happens. As soon as the camera got in boat, I had bad luck. Never caught one in the second period. Never caught a keeper. Kind of checked different stuff. I ran way up the lake. I made kind of a decision to run a long ways. Looking back, it might have been all right, but it might not have been. And I ended up catching some lake today, and I got on the jig pattern. I started going and got into some stained water up there and started just skipping that Lunker Lure Ultimate Rattling Jig under those docks, and made a run and caught 4 or 5 fish pretty quick, and three good keepers, and got back within 3.5 pounds or so of the cut. And then I thought, man, I got 50 minutes left, and I bet I fished 25 more docks in about 50 minutes and never caught another fish. So crazy. But this is the skipping jig rod. This rod right here is really good for skipping jigs or skipping anything under docks and in the cover. 7-1 Tattoola Elite skipping jig, and I've got an 8.1 retrieve Tattoola SV reel, and the Tattoola SV is a skipping reel. It's got a really good spool made to feel the sensitivity of the air and the water when you hit the water, or you hit a dock, or you get resistance on your bait, like with a wind gust. It slows the spool down so you don't blow up and backlash. So it's a really good skipping reel, teaming up with that skipping jig rod, and it's an awesome deal. 20-pound Daiwa J Fluoro fluorocarbon line, and it's a great setup for skipping jigs. So anyway, that's the wrap up for the week. Thank all the sponsors we got here, man. Daiwa, Triton Mercury Power Pole, my Fish Monkey gloves. I just took them off and laid them in the truck there a minute ago. But everything worked good this week. Just my fault for not finding the right ones and catching them and getting the job done. So we ended up 29th today, and just missed it by a little bit. So we'll get our stuff going, go back to Alabama, and then go to Florida next. Hopefully we'll turn this Triton around in Florida and get some big fish, get a heavy hitter fish, and get in the cut again and be back on track. And that's what I'm looking forward to. So as always, thank y'all for following us on Randy Howell Fishing on Facebook and Instagram, YouTube, and we'll see you guys soon on the water. God bless.